I'm sorry, Ethan. I can't do this anymore. I stared at Olivia across the small cafe table. Do what? Wait. Wait for what? For your dream to become real. For your company to make money. For you to stop coming home exhausted and telling me everything will be better someday. I swallowed hard. I never asked you to wait forever. I just need more time. You've been saying that for 3 years. Because I'm close. You always say you're close. I am close this time. Olivia looked away. I don't believe you anymore. My chest tightened. So what are you saying? I'm ending this. I almost laughed because the words sounded impossible. You're breaking up with me? Yes. After everything? I know what we had. Then why are you throwing it away? Because love isn't enough. I leaned forward. It is for me. That's the problem, Ethan. You think love can pay bills. You think promises can build a future. My business will. You don't even have a business yet. You have a laptop, a tiny apartment, and a dream. I felt my face burn. You knew that when you stayed with me. I thought you would change. I am changing. Not fast enough. Her words hurt more than I wanted to admit. I reached into my pocket and touched the small ring box I had carried for weeks. Olivia, I was going to ask you something tonight. She looked at me. What? I opened the box. Her eyes widened. I saved for months, I whispered. It isn't expensive, but I wanted to give you this when my first contract came through. She stared at the ring. Please, I said. Don't leave. She slowly shook her head. I'm sorry. Is there someone else? Silence. Olivia. She lowered her eyes. Ryan. My stomach dropped. Ryan Mitchell? He understands the life I want. You've been seeing him? I didn't plan for it to happen. When, a few months ago, I stood so quickly my chair moved backward. You lied to me. I was confused. You let me believe we were building a future while you were dating him. I didn't know what I wanted. You knew enough to hide it. She sighed. Ryan can give me stability. I can give you that. Not now. So money is the reason? It's not only money. It sounds like it. You don't understand how tired I am. I'm tired too. I know. No, you don't. She stood and picked up her bag. Olivia, please. Give me 6 months. I've already given you years. I'll prove myself. You shouldn't have to prove yourself to me. Then why are you leaving? Because I don't want this life. I looked at the ring in my hand. So you choose him? Yes. Just like that. Yes. She walked away. I remained there, holding the ring I had imagined placing on her finger. That night, Marcus found me sitting outside my apartment. What happened? He asked. Olivia left. His expression changed. Why? She chose Ryan. Marcus sat beside me. I'm sorry, brother. I thought she believed in me. She should have. Daniel called a few minutes later. Ethan, come home. I don't want to. Come home. I'm fine. You sound broken. I'm not broken. Then come prove it. I went home. My mother looked at me for 1 second and understood. She left, I said. Mom hugged me. I couldn't give her enough. Enough what? Money. Security. A better life. Mom pulled back. Did you stop loving yourself because she left? I don't know. I went into my room and opened my laptop. My unfinished software project waited on the screen. I whispered, maybe she was right. My finger moved toward the delete button. Mom appeared behind me. What are you doing? Ending this stupid dream. Why? Because I failed. You failed at love, not at your dream. She said I'm nothing. Mom shook her head. Listen to me, Ethan. If she left because you were nothing, become someone you respect, not someone she regrets losing. I stared at the screen. I don't know if I can. You don't need to know everything tonight. What if I fail again? Then fail while moving forward. I wiped my eyes. I won't chase her anymore. Mom nodded. Good. I'll build this. Good. I'll become better. Become better for yourself. I looked at my software project again. I will. For the first time that night, I believed my own voice. Marcus looked at the ring box in my hand. You bought that for her? Yes. You were going to propose? I wanted to ask her before my life got better. He frowned. Why before? Because I wanted her to know I loved her before I had money. Daniel shook his head when I told him everything. Ethan, listen. You cannot make someone stay. I know. Then stop asking why she left. I still love her. You can love someone and still let them go. That sounds easy. It isn't. But chasing her will destroy you. I looked at my laptop. What if she was right? Daniel answered immediately. Then prove yourself wrong. I spent the next hour fixing the software instead of staring at Olivia's messages. Every bug felt like a challenge. At midnight, I almost called Olivia. I opened her contact. My thumb hovered over her name. Then I remembered her saying, "I choose Ryan." I locked my phone. "No," I whispered. "Not again." I turned back to the screen. If I lose everything tomorrow, at least I'll know I tried. I worked until sunrise. At 6:17 a.m., an email appeared. I opened it. "Mr. Cole, I reviewed your software prototype. I'm interested in investing. Can we meet this week?" I stared at the message, barely breathing. Under the signature was one sentence. "I believe your idea could become something much bigger." I whispered, "Maybe this is where my life changes." And I clicked reply. I had almost no money, but I had one thing I refused to lose: my chance. "Victor Hayes," I asked as I entered the small office. "You're Ethan Cole?" "Yes." "Sit down. Show me what you built." I opened my laptop. Victor studied the software for several minutes without saying anything. Finally, he asked, "How much money have you made from this?" "None." "How many customers?" "None yet." "How many people believe in it?" I hesitated. "Marcus does. My mother does." I asked how many customers. "None." Victor closed the laptop. I stared at him. "So you don't like it?" "I like the idea." "That sounds good." "It isn't." "Why?" "Because your product may have potential, but your mindset is weak." I frowned. "What does that mean?" "You're waiting for someone to save you." "I'm not." "You are. You think one investor will give you money, and suddenly everything will become easy." "I just need a chance." "No. You need discipline." His words reminded me of Olivia. I almost stood up. Victor noticed. Did I touch a painful subject? My girlfriend left me. Because of the business? Because she thought I would never succeed. Then stop building this to prove her wrong. I looked at him. Build it because you believe in it. I nodded slowly. Victor pushed the laptop back toward me. "I'll invest only if you work for it." "What do you want?" "Customer research. A real business plan. Weekly progress. No excuses." "I can do that." "Good. Then start tomorrow." When I told Marcus, he laughed. "You found an investor who refuses to give you money?" "He says I need to earn it." Marcus grinned. "I like him already." "You're helping me." "Helping? I want you as my partner." Marcus stared at me. "You're serious?" "Yes." "You're offering me part of a company that doesn't exist?" "I'm offering you a chance to build it with me." He smiled. "Then I'm in." Our nights became longer. I worked at my office job during the day, then met Marcus after dinner. We tested features, called potential customers, fixed errors, and argued over everything. "This screen is terrible," Marcus said. "It works." "It looks terrible." "Users need function. Users need eyes too." I laughed for the first time in weeks. "Fine. Redesign it." "Gladly." My life slowly became about something other than Olivia. Still, I made one mistake. I checked her social media. There she was beside Ryan at an expensive restaurant. Another picture showed them at a beach resort. Then another. "She looks happy," I whispered. Marcus caught me staring. "Close it. I just want to know how she's doing." "No. You want to know whether she regrets leaving." I locked my phone. "You're right." "Then stop hurting yourself." I tried. The first week was difficult. The second was easier. By the third, I realized I had gone several days without checking her page. Then I met Claire. I was rushing into a business meeting when I dropped a folder near the elevator. "Need help?" a woman asked. "Yes, please." She picked up my papers. "You have 3 minutes before that meeting?" "2. "Then stop apologizing and organize these." I blinked. "You're direct. You're nervous." "I'm not." "You're holding the same paper upside down." I looked down. She smiled. "I'm Claire." "I'm Ethan." "Good luck, Ethan." I smiled despite myself. A few days later, I saw her again. "You work here?" I asked. "No. My company rents the office upstairs." "That explains it." "You're still nervous." "I'm getting better." "Then prove it." Our conversations became natural. Claire never asked about money. She never cared about my car, clothes, or apartment. One night, she asked, "Why do you always look sad when you check your phone?" I hesitated. "My ex left me." "Do you still love her?" "I think I love the future I imagined with her." Claire nodded. "What happened?" "She chose a richer man." "That hurt." "It destroyed me." "And now?" "Now I'm trying to build something." Claire looked at me and said, "Maybe the person who left you was not the person you were meant to become." I stayed silent. Those words followed me for days. Then, one morning, my phone rang. "Mr. Cole," a client said, "we want your software." I froze. "You're serious?" "We want the full contract." I looked at Marcus. Tell him yes. Marcus nearly shouted. We did it. Victor smiled when I called him. Congratulations, he said. I can finally quit my job. Then quit. Are you sure? You've earned the chance. I walked into my old office that afternoon. My manager looked surprised. You're resigning? Yes. Why? I'm building my own company. He shook my hand. I hope it works. So do I. Outside, I took a deep breath. For the first time, I felt proud without wondering whether Olivia could see me. That evening, I attended a business event with Marcus and Victor. I was speaking with a potential client when I heard a familiar voice. Ethan. I turned. Ryan stood behind me. He smiled. So you actually made something of yourself. I kept my voice calm. I'm doing well. Ryan stepped closer. You have no idea what Olivia told me about you. My heart stopped. What did she say? Ryan smiled again. You really don't know? I stared at him. Tell me. He leaned closer. Ask Olivia what she said the night she chose me. I felt the old wound open again. But this time, I was ready to hear the truth. I clenched my hands. Ryan, I'm not the man you knew. I know, he said. That's why I came. Are you threatening me? No. I'm warning you. About what? About the woman you still think you understand. I looked around. I stopped chasing Olivia. His smile faded. Maybe she never stopped chasing you. Then why tell me now? Because the truth is coming. He walked away before I could answer. I realized my past had found me once again. 3 years had passed since Olivia walked away, and my company no longer fit inside the tiny room where Marcus and I had started. Ethan, the client, approved the expansion, Marcus said. I smiled. How much? Enough to make you stop worrying about next month. I still worry. You always worry. I remember having nothing. Marcus laughed. You have a strange way of staying humble. I have a reason. That reason had a name. Olivia. I rarely thought about her now, but some memories still appeared without permission. Claire noticed whenever I became quiet. You're thinking about her again, she said one evening. I looked at my wife. Sometimes. Do you miss her? I miss who I was before everything happened. Claire reached across the table. Then let that man rest. I smiled. You always know what to say. No. I just know when you're hurting. I kissed her hand. You stayed when I had nothing. I stayed because I loved you. That difference changed everything. Years earlier, Claire had never asked about my income. She had asked about my dreams, my fears, and the kind of man I wanted to become. Now our daughter, Sophia, ran through the room. Daddy. I opened my arms. Come here, little star. She jumped into my lap. Mommy said I can have dessert. Claire raised an eyebrow. I said you could ask. Sophia grinned. Can I have dessert? I laughed. Absolutely. Claire shook her head. You two are impossible. I looked around our home. For years, I had believed success meant proving Olivia wrong. Now I understood. Success was this. A wife who trusted me. A child who ran toward me. A home where I could breathe. I did not need expensive cars or giant houses. I only wanted peace. Then Jason called. Ethan, we need to talk. His voice sounded serious. About what? Ryan. My smile disappeared. What happened? I used to be his business partner. I know. I left because I discovered things I couldn't accept. Like what? Hidden debts. Fake numbers. Money moved between companies. I stood. Are you certain? I saw the records myself. Why tell me now? Because Ryan is blaming you. For what? For his financial problems. I felt a cold weight settle in my chest. I haven't spoken to him in months. I know. Then why blame me? Because your company took a contract he wanted. That contract was legitimate. I know. Ryan doesn't care. I ended the call and sat quietly. Claire noticed my expression. Bad news. Ryan is struggling. And he blames me. Claire sighed. Are you going to fight him? I don't know. Then don't let him decide how you live. That night, my phone rang again. I expected another business call. Instead, I heard a voice I had not heard directly in years. Ethan. I froze. Olivia. Yes. What do you want? I need to talk to you. About what? Can we meet? I looked at Claire. She silently nodded. I gave Olivia a place and time. When I arrived, Olivia was already waiting. I barely recognized her. Her clothes were simple. Her eyes looked tired. She stood when she saw me. Hi, Ethan. Hi. She looked at my wedding ring. You're married? Yes. Do you have children? A daughter. She smiled sadly. I'm happy for you. I sat down. You asked to meet. I know. She took a breath. I'm sorry. I said nothing. I know that sounds small. It does. I made the worst decision of my life. You chose the life you wanted. I thought I was choosing security. You chose Ryan. I know. And I was wrong. I looked at her. Why are you telling me this now? Because I finally understand what I did. She wiped her eyes. I thought you would stay poor forever. My jaw tightened. I believed your dream was just a dream. You never gave me time. I know. You hurt me. I know. You humiliated me. I know. I looked away. She whispered, I thought you would come back. I almost did. She stared at me. Really? Yes. Why didn't you? Because you made your choice. She looked at my ring again. You built all this without me. I built it after you left. Do you hate me? I used to. And now? I don't know. She swallowed. Did you ever stop loving me? I took a slow breath. Yes. Her eyes filled with tears. When? I answered honestly. I stopped loving the version of myself who needed you to stay. She lowered her head. I deserve that. You deserve the truth. I still love you. I'm married, Olivia. I know. I love my wife. I know. She wiped her face. I'm not asking you to leave her. Then what are you asking? She looked directly at me. Help me. With what? Ryan. My body stiffened. What did he do? She leaned closer. I stood. Why would he do that? Because he thinks you took everything from him. I never took anything. I know. Then why is he coming after me? Because admitting his own failure would destroy his pride. I looked at her. And you? I finally admitted mine. For a moment, neither of us spoke. Then Olivia whispered, Please believe me. I nodded. I believe that you're afraid. Ryan is planning to destroy your company. I stared at her. Why? Because he believes you are responsible for his financial collapse. I felt my hands tighten. What exactly is he planning? Olivia whispered, I don't know everything. Then find out. I came because I thought you could protect yourself. I stood. I will. She looked frightened. Ethan, you don't understand. Then explain. Ryan isn't trying to beat you. She paused. He wants to erase you. I refuse to let Ryan's threats control me. Jason, start from the beginning. He contacted our biggest client, Jason said. He told them your company was unstable. Did he have proof? No. He sent false financial reports. I looked at my lawyer. Can we prove they're fake? We already can, she said. But we need to be careful. Why? Because if we accuse him publicly without enough evidence, he can turn this against you. Jason leaned forward. Ryan is desperate. Desperate people make mistakes. They also become dangerous. I remembered Olivia's warning. Then I want everything documented. Finally, my lawyer placed a file in front of me. He pressured your client to leave. Using lies? Yes. And these transfers? Payments to a company he secretly controls. I stared at the papers. I can destroy him with this. Victor shook his head when I showed him the evidence. You can. Then why shouldn't I? Because revenge can become another prison. He tried to destroy my company. And you survived. He hurt people. Then let justice handle him. I clenched my hands. I want him to feel what I felt. Victor looked directly at me. That is exactly why you should stop. I hated hearing it. But I knew he was right. Meanwhile, Olivia kept calling. Ethan, please answer. I finally picked up. What do you want? I need help. I already told you I can't fix your life. Ryan is becoming worse. Call the police if you're in danger. I'm not asking you to rescue me. Then what are you asking? I don't know. You need to figure that out. He watches everything I do. He checks my phone. He controls my money. I close my eyes. You chose him. I know. I'm sorry you're suffering. Then help me. I can help you find legal support. I cannot become the man you run to every time your choices hurt. She went silent. You've changed, she whispered. I had to. That evening, Claire found me sitting alone. Olivia called again. Yes. Do you still want her? Her question hit harder than any accusation. I don't know. Claire stayed quiet. I looked at my wedding ring. Part of me misses who Olivia was. Who she was. Yes. Not who she became. Claire nodded. I loved her once. I know. Sometimes I remember our old dreams. And what happens when you remember our life? I looked at her. I feel guilty. Why? Because I'm happy. Claire reached for my hand. You are allowed to be happy. I don't want my past to hurt you. Then don't let it. I breathed slowly. What if Olivia really needs me? Help her survive if she is in danger. And if she wants me back? Claire's voice remained calm. You don't owe your past a second chance. I stared at her. Those words settled something inside me. You're right. I know. I smiled. I love you. I love you too. The next morning, Ryan's company collapsed. My lawyer called first. Ethan, the authorities have opened an investigation. Because of the records? Yes. His financial reports were fraudulent. Because of the records? Yes. His financial reports were fraudulent. Ryan is finished. I sat back. Is anyone hurt? Financially, many people. I felt no joy. I had imagined this moment differently. I thought I would celebrate. Instead, I felt tired. Ryan had lost his company, his reputation, and the life he had built through lies. But I had already won something more important. I had my family. That afternoon, Olivia came to my office. I need to see you. I opened the door. Come in. She looked exhausted. Ryan lost everything. I heard. I lost everything too. You still have a life. I don't want that life. I waited. I want you back. I felt my chest tighten. Olivia, please. I can't. You haven't even thought about it. I have. You loved me. I did. Then give me another chance. No. Her eyes filled with tears. Why? Because I have a wife. I know. I have a daughter. I know. And I love them. She looked down. I thought money would make me happy. It didn't. I thought Ryan could give me everything. He gave you what you wanted. And I lost what mattered. I stayed silent. She stepped closer. I want the life I threw away. I shook my head. That life no longer exists. Why? Because I'm not that man anymore. You could become him again. No. Ethan, please. I forgive you. She stared at me. But forgiveness doesn't mean returning. I know I hurt you. You did. I know I broke your heart. You did. I know I chose wrong. I know. She covered her face. I'm sorry. I stood quietly. After a long moment, she looked at me again. I wanted to answer quickly, but I remembered the man I had been before. I don't feel nothing, I said. She looked up. Then what do you feel? I feel sadness. For me. For both of us. Do you hate me? No. Then there is still something between us. There is a memory between us. That isn't enough? It cannot be. Why? Because love is not only about remembering how someone made you feel. It is also about knowing where you belong. She wiped her tears. And where do you belong? I touched my wedding ring. Home. She closed her eyes. I wish I had understood that years ago. So do I. She stepped toward the door, then stopped. Will you ever forgive me completely? I already started. Will you ever forget me? No. She turned back. That hurts. Remembering someone does not mean wanting them back. She nodded slowly. I understand. I hope you do. She opened the door. I really did love you. I know. And I destroyed it. Yes. She left. I remained still, listening to the door close behind her. For the first time, I felt no desire to follow. If you loved me once, how can you look at me now and feel nothing? I stayed in my office long after Olivia left. Her final question remained in my mind. If you loved me once, how can you look at me now and feel nothing? I whispered. I never said I feel nothing. The next morning, Olivia called again. Ethan, please meet me one last time. I already said everything. I need one final answer. You have it. Please. I closed my eyes. All right. One meeting. We met at the same quiet cafe where she had ended our relationship years earlier. She sat across from me, holding her hands together. I thought you would hate me, she said. I did. For how long? Long enough to understand that hate was keeping me tied to you. She lowered her eyes. I wanted you to suffer. I shook my head. I know. I imagined you regretting everything. I did regret things. Do you regret leaving me? Yes. I looked at her. For years, I imagined this moment. She looked confused. What moment? The moment you would come back and admit I was worth something. Her eyes filled with tears. And now I realize I don't need that anymore. Why? Because your decision no longer decides my value. She looked at my wedding ring. Does Claire know we're meeting? Yes. She trusts you. She has every reason to. I don't understand how you can forgive me. Forgiveness isn't approval. I know. It means I refuse to carry your mistake forever. She breathed slowly. Could we ever be friends? Maybe someday. Could we start over? No. Her face fell. Not even once. No. I thought you still loved me. I loved you once. Past tense. Yes. She wiped her cheek. What changed? I changed. She stared at me. I always thought you needed me more than I needed you. I answered quietly. I didn't need you once. Then I learned how to need myself. She cried silently. I was so wrong. Yes. I chose money because I was afraid of being poor. I understand. I chose Ryan because I thought he could guarantee my future. He couldn't. And you built yours anyway. I did. Without me. Without you. She looked toward the window. I thought you would fail. I almost did. But you didn't. I kept going. She looked at me again. Was success your revenge? I thought about the question. No. Then what was? Nothing. Nothing. My life isn't a weapon against you. She looked surprised. I don't need to defeat you. You already won. I shook my head. No. I simply stopped playing. She gave a broken smile. That sounds like something you would say. I learned it the hard way. She stood. I suppose this is goodbye. Yes. Forever. I think so. She took a breath. Do you really forgive me? Yes. Even after everything? Especially after everything. She nodded. Would you have married me if I had stayed? I paused. Maybe. She smiled sadly. That hurts. It should. Why? Because we both lost something. She looked at me. But you found something better. I found something real. She nodded. Take care of Claire. I will. Love her the way I wish you had loved me. I love her the way I finally learned to love. Olivia walked toward the door. I didn't follow. She stopped. Ethan. Yes. Thank you for not humiliating me. I never wanted revenge. You once did. Yes. What changed? I realized revenge would keep me connected to you. She nodded. I understand now. Then she walked away. I remained seated for a few moments. The old pain was there, but it was smaller. I went home. The moment I opened the door, Sophia ran toward me. Daddy. I dropped my keys and opened my arms. She jumped into them. I missed you. I missed you too. Claire smiled from the kitchen. How was your meeting? It was the last one. She understood. Are you okay? I kissed Sophia's forehead. Yes. Really? Yes. Claire came closer. Did you say goodbye? I did. And I chose us. Claire wrapped her arms around me. You were always home. For years, I had chased a future that depended on Olivia staying. Now I held my daughter while my wife stood beside me. That night, I opened an old box. Inside was the cheap ring I had once planned to give Olivia. I also found an old photograph. I stared at it. For the first time, I felt no anger. No jealousy. No need to prove anything. I whispered, we were young. I placed the photograph back inside. Claire entered the room. Are you ready to let it go? I already did. She smiled. What will you do with the ring? I don't know. You could throw it away. I might. Or keep it. Why? To remember how far you've come. I looked at the ring. You know what my greatest revenge was? Claire shook her head. Becoming successful? No. Making Olivia regret leaving? No. Then what? I smiled. Becoming someone who doesn't need her regret. Claire took my hand. That's my husband. I laughed softly. I spent years trying to become someone Olivia could never reach. And now I don't care whether she can reach me. I closed the box. I just want to be here. Here. With you. With Sophia. With my life. Claire kissed me. Then come downstairs. Why? Sophia is waiting for dessert. I smiled. I'm coming. As I walked downstairs, I felt lighter than I had in years. I no longer needed to prove I was enough. I no longer needed the woman who left me to understand what she had lost. For the first time, I understood that peace was greater than victory. I had already found what mattered. She left me when I was nothing. Years later, she returned looking for the man she abandoned. But that man was gone, and I had no desire to become him again.